Okay, that should be right. Hello people and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're gonna talk about this. This is the DJI OSMO ACTION. And I'm gonna tell you why I bought this in 2022, even though this is 3 years old already. Let's get right into it. Number one, the price. I think this one, brand new right now, is 230 bucks. If I'm not wrong, I'm gonna check it out, but I think it's 230 bucks. And for what this thing is packing for 230 bucks, I think that's a really good deal. So number one, the price. Reason number two, build quality. This thing is built like a tank, and that's why I went with this and not a GoPro, because in my opinion this is way more rugged than a GoPro. Even though I'm gonna use this only for POV videos, it's nice to keep in mind the fact that if I'm gonna drop this thing, nothing bad is gonna happen, so that's another selling point for me. So that's number two. Reason number three. I know that I said that this thing is 3 years old, but when this thing came out, I think the Hero 7 Black was the main competitor, and back then the GoPros were lacking this like front screen over here, or secondary screen, or whatever you want to call it. And this was a big selling point for me, because if I want to vlog and I don't want to take like a really big setup, just with this like press of a button over here, I'm gonna like press on this quick switch button, and then I'm ready to vlog, because I could see myself in this front screen, even though the sound is not great because this is an action cam, but it's a really nice thing to have. And I think the GoPro like implemented this like secondary screen in the GoPro Hero 8 Black, 9 Black, and now 10. This is the sound from the DJI OSMO ACTION. So this thing was ahead of its time, and that was another selling point, and that's the reason number three. Before I'm gonna tell you the number one thing that I love about the OSMO ACTION, I'm going to show you some tests that I did earlier, and you can tell me in the comments down below what do you think about the Rocksteady that's inside of this thing. Future Stefan over here. Just wanted to mention one little thing. When I filmed those tests, I forgot to like enable the dewarp function in the camera, so if the footage is looking a little bit weird when you're approaching stuff and filming, now you know why. Back to the video. Okay, so when it comes to vlogging, even if this setup over here is like the better quality setup because you have a tripod and you have a microphone, there are some places in this world where they are not allowing you to take a microphone with you and stuff like that. So in those places, this thing comes in really handy, just because look how tiny this whole setup is. I'm not like drawing a lot of attention because I'm not having like a big setup, and as you can see, I'm not that far away from this camera, and you can still see a lot of my background because this thing is really wide, and you can see what you're like showing and pointing and stuff like that because you have this second screen over here. And don't get me wrong, this whole setup over here that you're seeing, this one is not big either, but like I said, there are some places in this world where you can like bring a microphone, like in Abu Dhabi for example, so it is what it is. So the only thing that is going to be like so and so is the fact that you're not going to have great audio quality, but in the same time you're going to capture the footage that you want. So I think it's a fair trade-off. And last but not least, the number one thing that I love about the OSMO ACTION is the fact that this thing is still recording even when it's charging, not like most GoPros that are usually draining the battery and then are shutting down. This thing is still going until you're gonna have like an SD card that is full, then is like shutting down and still gonna charge. So that's another big selling point for me, and that's why I went with this instead of a GoPro. I don't know if they like implemented this like in the 9 Black or 10 Black, but I think for me this works just fine, and this was, like I said, 230 bucks, brand new, so it's a no-brainer. So right now I'm recording on the OSMO ACTION, and as you can see this indicator over here, this thing is not charging, just recording right now. So if I'm gonna press this power bank button, look what happens up there. So if this thing is like running out of battery, you can still plug it in and you're still gonna record a lot. This is going to be like a game changer for me for all those like future POV videos that I want to make. So that's it for today, people. That was the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.